Since I started my career in digital marketing 10 years ago, I had a chance to speak with over 3,000 business owners, and almost 90% of them think they are generating leads the right way. And let me tell you that if you're watching this video, you might be the same as them. So in this video, I'm going to reveal the best method to generate leads, which is the same method that allowed us to generate over $100,000 per month in client deals last month. And no, you will not use lead scrapping tools, do direct cold outreach, or even chase anyone for their information. What I'm about to share is something you've heard before, and maybe you've tried applying yourself, but never figured it out 100%. So in this video, we'll go over the masterful method of generating leads using meta ads. But first, let me tell you what most people think they are doing when generating leads and how they're leaving so much money on the table. My name is Mo Hakim, and I'm a digital marketer who just launches businesses for fun. I'm the co-founder of one ad agency, one consultancy, and 2 software companies, and 5 e-com brands, and we've worked with over 1,900 businesses since 2020. So without further ado, let's get started. So first, let's start with what people do. A lot of people who want to generate clients simply just start by promoting the services and throw this basic lead generation form that provides no value to the prospects whatsoever. And you see, we also used to do this before when we barely had experience in generating leads. We used to promote our services, like use some basic lead gen forms from Meta, or even worse, we used the messaging campaign feature so people can message us and inquire about our services. I still remember to this day the number of low quality leads we used to get, and it was hideous. So we decided to switch strategies and start doing something different instead, which is offer something of value for free first, with a very clear message that calls our audience out, and then ask them for their details to send the valuable thing to their email. And this thing of value has a name that is called a lead magnet. And let me tell you a very interesting story about the person who invented lead magnets. So there was a very famous guy called Eben Pagan. He is a dating coach who used this exact method to generate over $200 million online by simply providing something for free to his audience and then follow up with them to generate the sale. He started promoting something called the KISS test, and his landing page looked something like this. And it was very simple. It gave an idea to the users on what they're going to be learning and simply asked for their basic information like their first name and email address. So people started flowing into his lead magnet and taking it for free, and a lot of people who tried the KISS test on their partner, they reached out to him for further help in their relationship. And now I know you might be asking, but how do I create a lead magnet? Or I don't know what's something of value I should be creating, or this doesn't work in my market or industry. But hear me out, because this brings me to my second point of this video, where I'm going to show you the kind of lead magnets you can create for your audience. Back when I was in high school, I was trading video games to earn a living, and at some point I was really selling a lot of video games. And I remember I started facing a lot of objections on the prices. So what I did is that I built a guide on how to become better playing Call of Duty and Battlefield. And what I did was very simple. I gathered some of the best YouTube videos that teach you on how to become better and took some extra notes to add more value to that guide actually. And when I tested the guide on one of the people who wanted to purchase one of the Battlefield copies, I simply told them, hey, it's for $40 and you'll get this free guide with it, which is usually sold for $15 only. People were always trying to negotiate with me on the price of, especially for Battlefield, because it was very, very hyped. But I was able to sell it for 20% to 30% higher than the normal price, just because I gave something away for free with the game. So in your case, you might say, well, I'm not selling video games for kids, or I don't know what kind of value to give. So here are the 4 steps you need to follow to create your lead magnet quickly. Step number 1, you need to define your who. your typical target audience. For example, it could be personal trainers with less than 10,000 followers on Instagram. Now, step 2, you need to define their end goal. Like, what is the main goal they're all working their asses off towards? Where do they want to be in 1 year? For example, it could be that their end goal is to reach $100,000 generated per month in revenue, selling their coaching program, for example. Now, step number 3, you need to set the steps and the journey they need to follow in order to get to that end result that you're promising. For example, it could be made up of 4 steps that are, for example, how to master content, ads, sales, and follow-ups. And this step is very crucial because you need to act like the guide in their eyes. So if you mess the steps up, it will position you way less than you think because they will think you're just BSing them, unfortunately. And finally, step number 4, you need to figure out the best delivery method for your value. It could be in a form of a PDF or a short form, like short 5-minute video or a webinar or a 30-minute consultation call or a free course. And there is no right and wrong here because you need to test what works best in your niche market, obviously. But what we saw perform the best in order of revenue is webinar number 1, free course, then 5-minute video, a 30-minute consultation, and finally a PDF. And now to the final part of this video, which I know you've been waiting for, which is how to promote the lead magnet and generate the leads using meta ads. Just so you don't think I clickbaited you into this video, I'm going to show you how to promote your lead magnets and how we were able to generate tremendous results, like generating over 6,000 leads from one of our clients and with only 1.2K in ad spend. We helped them generate up to $3,000 per month cash collected from the first month in recurring revenue, selling a membership for $49 a month. And I still remember my first time I generated leads through Meta ads. I was promoting like a free workshop and I used the lead generation form from Meta and it gave me the worst quality possible. I generated around 200 leads at the time, but only 5 people attended that workshop. And it was free, by the way. So I kept asking myself, like, why is no one serious and all these leads are just the worst quality I've ever seen? I did some research, like I researched a ton of times and tried multiple ways like messages campaigns through Instagram, Facebook Messenger, WhatsApp, many chat automations, but none of them worked. But after a few months of trial and error, I figured out the best way to generate the leads to a lead magnet to then sell a service, an info product, or even physical products online, which is running a lead generation campaign on Meta. But instead of selecting the instant form or messages, you need to select the website button. You need to make sure you integrate your pixel with your lead magnet. Then once you set up your campaign, you need to add 3 to 5 creative variations with 5 copy variations to give the algorithm options to optimize your campaign to the people based on their behavior. Now, this campaign setup will drive people to your lead magnet funnel and will be generating you leads like crazy, and they are always way better because the barrier to entry and action needed from the user is much more than just sending a message or filling out the basic form directly on, obviously, Instagram and Facebook. So yes, your cost per lead may be a bit higher than usual, but the quality is going to be way better, which is what you should be caring for, obviously. And here's the thing. I know I promised to tell you how to generate leads using Meta ads, but I had to lay out the foundation of lead generation first so you can actually know what you're doing to generate the leads with a clear strategy, not just go out there, run a random campaign that might not generate you anything. So if you want to see me go over the ads manager and show you how I run the ads on Meta to generate the leads and follow a full step-by-step tutorial, I recorded a separate video for you that shows you only how to set up a campaign to promote your lead magnet and generate leads online. So that's basically it. If you want more videos like this, just make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell, and I'll see you soon.